your corporate president-elect, Christy Emmons-Jones, representing EWI of Memphis and Amari Global. We are so glad to have you here today, and let me tell you how glad I am to be here. I didn't know if I was going to make it. Right before I left home, my husband pulls out a big world map, hands me a dart, and says, "Honey, throw that dart wherever it lands. That's where I'm going to take you when the pandemic is over." Turns out, we'll be spending 2 weeks behind the fridge. Listen, ladies, I know that today, this is typically the time of year when we usually get together in person, share some best practices, meet new friends, reconnect with our old friends, and have a lot of fun. Well, this year is no different. We're going to do it this year virtually. And we are committed to making sure that you have an informative, fun afternoon. Today's show will feature a topic regarding retention and ideas that you can use to retain your members. So let's get started. I am so excited to tell you all that today on our show, we have Corporate Director Cheryl Holmes from Casto representing EWI of Columbus. She is making her debut appearance on our show in a way that you have never seen her before. So I am so excited. I can't wait to get this party started. So let's bring out the goddess of pop, Cher. Wow, Cher. I mean, girl, you are looking fabulous.
Thank you, Christy.
Wow. So tell me about what brings you here today, Miss Cher.
Well, I'm thrilled and excited to be here. I joined EWI in 2007, and so it's been 13 years. I've been engaged at both the corporate and chapter levels. And I get asked questions all the time. What is EWI? What are the benefits of membership to me and my firm? And how do we retain our members?
Okay, wait, so I have to back up just a moment. You said you've been in EWI for 13 years?
13 years.
Wow, you haven't aged a bit, Cher.
Oh, thank you.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
But back to this EWI. Tell me more about that.
So, I want to share with you what I've learned and what other chapters have tried and had success with. So what is EWI? Great question, Christy, and something every member needs to have ready when promoting EWI. I have a picture that I'd like to share with you. It's our vision statement to enhance professional growth and development within a diverse group of women while empowering them to make a difference as they inspire others. It's our elevator speech.
Love that. That is powerful.
Yeah, it's something to spark interest. Then you can share all the benefits you and your firm can expect to receive. Just a couple benefits right off the top of my head would be education and leadership. So with education, we offer professional development webinars available not only to our representatives, but to our firms and their employees. Your investment provides you affordable access to professionally produced training that would be difficult for many businesses to provide to their employees. Then, of course, we have leadership. This is a driving motivator for many of our firms and members. We offer so many ways to build leadership skills, starting with chapter board service. And then you could get on a corporate committee, go into corporate board service and participation, and our Academy of Leadership program.
Wow. So, ladies in the audience today, when we're talking about return on investment, I think we just hit the jackpot here.
Yes, I got you, babe. What a great investment for our firms and representatives.
So, Cher, what else do you have for us today?
Well, one key piece of retention are our programs. We need meaningful programs for meaningful speakers for meaningful programs. So during our current pandemic, a lot of chapters are doing virtual meetings and not charging a fee. I think that's a great idea, especially during this pandemic when times are tough, finances are tight, but we still need to offer and create value for our members. I say, hey, snap out of it, babe.
I love it.
So, I think you need to go. What if we joined forces with a few other chapters and got a really great speaker? You could charge a fee to pay for the speaker. You could also invite guests, coworkers, friends, family, anybody to help raise your income. And what about if we added a speaker database to MyEWI? That would be a win-win for speakers and our members.
Wow.
Don't you think that'd be great?
Absolutely. Those are fantastic ideas, Cher. And so what about, in addition to those things, what about board forums or regional meetings? How can they be of benefit to our membership?
Of course. Remember that your chapter is part of an international organization. Don't feel siloed or feel that you can't connect with other chapters. We want you to connect and form relationships with other members. Besides doing joint monthly meetings, maybe consider hosting a board forum or regional meeting and help train and educate our future leaders in your chapter. It gives them a taste of what to experience at LCAM. Education should never stop or be taken for granted. To grow, we need to get out of our comfort zone. We need to get messy and feel uncomfortable, because that's where the real learning starts. Like now, this outfit is really uncomfortable. It's tight and it's itchy.
I figured that we would play a little game. Cher, do you like games?
I love games, Christy.
Okay, great. Well, this one is called Karnak the Magnificent, so give me just a moment. We've got a picture up there.
I think that's the wrong picture. Oh, there we go.
Well, you know, it's hard to compete with you, Cher, but I wanted to give it my best creative try, right? So I want to give you these secretly sealed envelopes that I have not known what is inside of them at all. So what I want you to do is hand me an envelope, and Karnak the Magnificent will be able to tell you the subject and read to you what's inside.
Ooh, so exciting. There's the first envelope.
Member firms. Let's see what's inside. Host a firm night at the member firm. Highlight the firm in your chapter newsletter. Invite the firm executive to speak at a chapter meeting.
Well, Christy, those are great ideas for highlighting our firms.
Thank you.
Keeping them engaged in what's happening in your chapter and the organization. You know, your executive makes the decisions whether or not the firm is seeing the value in their investment in EWI. The firm is the member. The representative represents the firm. So is the firm using our benefits? Does the rep invite coworkers to the meetings? Do your coworkers see the monthly webinars? Leadership training is for everyone.
Great tips. Okay.
Number 2.
All right, let's see if I can keep up my success rate here. It's coming. Representatives.
Ooh.
Representatives. Representative of the Year awards to showcase engagement and recognition.
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone loves to be recognized for their hard work. And without our reps, we couldn't do all the things we do. We're training leaders. We need leaders in our organization. Our firm needs leaders in their organizations. And as we all know, the world needs leaders. And the beat goes on. And the beat goes on.
And on. Okay, you're trying to get me distracted. You're going to interfere with
I am.
with
and
my
you know,
thinking powers here.
you're 2 for 2, and I think maybe you should have a glass of water, just so you can clear any cobwebs from your head.
Ooh, okay,
and you're
thank
ready.
You. I could use a glass of water. Thank you, Cher.
You're welcome.
Cher, you're having a little fashion faux pas. You're losing your eyelash.
Am I did it fall off? Mm-hmm. I thought it was coming off. Where'd it go?
You know, this is live TV, folks. This is what real life looks like when you're trying to hang with Cher.
So where'd it
So
go?
it's hard. No.
Well,
But you still have one on, so just use your good eye.
just
look
fill
at the
me
camera
from
with-
this side.
Yeah, there you go. We
Okay.
all have a good side.
Number 3.
All right, let's see if I can stay on track here. Karnak the Magnificent is feeling that this is regarding new members.
Ooh.
New members. All right. Introduce new members at a meeting. Have them tell a little about themselves at a meeting and highlight them in your Connect newsletter.
Fabulous. I got to clap for that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
Great ideas. What else could we do to make sure our new members are acknowledged? You know, we need to make our new members feel welcome, make them feel like they belong, like they're part of a family. Get them engaged right away on a committee, or ask them to take part on the agenda for a meeting, like distributing name tags so that they can get to know the other members, reading off the mission statement, doing an invocation. Make sure they get plugged into our website, fill out their profile on MyEWI, and add their pictures so people know what you look like. Become familiar with our communities and know about current and upcoming chapter meetings or any events going on in the chapter or the organization, like LCAM.
I love it, Cher.
Oops, I found one more envelope.
Oh my gosh, you're really testing me today.
I am. Let's see if you can do it.
All right, one more time. Let me drum up my mental clarity here. And I am seeing membership advisors.
Ooh.
Membership advisors. How can we restructure the MAs to better serve our chapters?
I got you, babe. They say we're young and we don't know.
Wow, who said Cher was done with her career? I think she's planning a comeback.
I think we should ask our members what kind of support they want from their MAs and what they can count on when they contact the MAs.
Yeah, wow, that's a great topic. And actually, this is going to be one of the topics that we are going to discuss further in our breakout sessions.
Love it.
So, Cher, you have brought forth some wonderful retention ideas. So we're going to next get to break out and discuss that further, have some interactive fun with all of our virtual participants.
Thank you, Christy. That was a fun game.
Yeah. Maybe we can be Karnak the Magnificent another day. You never know when Karnak may reappear. Okay, so Cher, we're going to keep rolling on this. So I know earlier when you first came out, I promised you a surprise.
Yes.
Yeah. So we also have two other special guests with us today. And I'd like for you and all of the EWI ladies to give a big warm welcome to two ladies right here in Charlotte from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, Nelda Tatum and Carolyn Aguiar.
Thank you,
Hi, ladies. Welcome. So good to have you.
Thank you very much for
We
the
are
invitation.
yes. I mean, it's so glad to be here in your wonderful city.
Yes, thank you so much for coming to Charlotte.
Oh, it's our pleasure, Nelda. It's our pleasure. I want to add a beautiful prop here to our set as we get to know you all a little bit better. And I want to have Carolyn and Nelda share with our EWI representatives a little bit about the awesome journey that your chapter has experienced. So Carolyn, how long has the chapter been around and when was it chartered?
Yeah, we were chartered in 1963, so we've been around for 57 years, a long, long time.
That is amazing. That is excellent. And Nelda, when you talk about, I know that at one point that your chapter was really going through a lot of struggles, and you found yourself, if I'm correct, on the brink of closing, of actually having conversations where you were considering turning in your charter and dissolving the chapter completely. Tell me about how that all played out and where you are today.
Okay. Well, I tell you, you know, I've thought about this, and one of the things that we have found is communication is huge. And at that particular time, it appeared that our communication level was not as high as it should have been. We had a retreat in early June, and the attendance was not as we wanted it to be, and seemed like we just could not get our relationships as tight as they once were. So when that letter went out and the decision was made to consider dissolving our chapter, it sort of took all of our breaths away, like, oh my goodness, you've been in existence so long and now we're going to fold. When that letter went out, it hit everyone's heart. So in October of that year of 2018, we had a meeting and the members came back and everyone had the opportunity to really say how they felt about our chapter and how they felt about EWI. And it was definitely determined there that no one wanted to close this chapter. So we voted, and by a vote of one person, we decided to keep our chapter.
Wow, that is such an amazing story of your perseverance and the commitment that you all have held strong and held tight among your chapter and among your reps. So, Carolyn, was there a certain point that you feel that you made that decision, you're going to turn the ship around? So where did you go from there?
Yes, Nelda mentioned the chapter has been in existence for 57 years, and personally, I just couldn't bring myself to dissolve a chapter that had been in existence for so long. I couldn't deny future generations of women in Charlotte the opportunities and the experiences that an EWI membership gives me. So as incoming president, I decided to put the past behind and to forge ahead. As Nelda mentioned, one of the big issues we had was a lack of communication among the members. So I decided, I had one goal in mind, to make our chapter meetings fun. And what better way to do that than to bring plenty of wine to every chapter meeting? Right off the bat, we invited a consultant who has experience in strategic planning to help guide the conversation. And I realized that was an excellent idea. At the end of that chapter meeting, I recall, even though we were a small group of people, so many good ideas were shared, and there was a kind of a positive energy in the room. Now, I'm sure the wine had something to do with it, but we were talking, we were communicating. As incoming president, I was greatly encouraged. That was a great start. Another thing we did was to invite our executives to our chapter meetings as guest speakers. This turned out to be to our advantage because we got to hear from some amazing speakers. We didn't realize they were right there in the office working with us, but we got to hear them in a group setting. And I think they got to know what EWI is all about firsthand. They got to meet all of our wonderful members. So it was truly a win-win situation for us. I would like to add that one of the biggest challenges we had was a declining budget. Since, as Nelda mentioned, we were thinking about dissolving, we had spent down our budget. And so it was all put towards a great cause. We had awarded scholarships to deserving students, but we had like under 3,000 in our account. We had to come up with creative ways to save money. So right off the bat, we switched our accounts from one bank to the other. We made sure it's to avoid a monthly maintenance fee.
Okay.
And then we also examined our chapter membership fee in an effort to make it more affordable and attract new members. We eliminated the monthly meal expenses from our chapter fee and thereby reduced the membership fee to almost half. As I said, we lived on pizza and wine for a year. Actually, it wasn't too bad because, as I recall, one of my favorite restaurants, a Mexican restaurant in the area, would host us in their very grand, they called it the Gold Room. Yes. And so between the ambience of this Gold Room and the nachos and the margaritas, everyone was having a good time. My mission of hosting fun chapter meetings was accomplished. But so all of the changes we made, Christy, were nothing major, but they were very intentional. Mm-hmm. And most importantly, I made sure that all of our chapter members were involved with the decision making. I just wanted to be inclusive and hear everyone's ideas. At the end of that year, we were so pleased to report that we had almost doubled our membership.
Wow.
And most importantly, or just as important, was we had retained all of our members. For us today, the chapter is stronger than ever. And quite often, I think back to October 30th, 2018, when, as Nelda said, by a majority of one vote, we elected to remain a chapter. And I'm reminded every day it was the best decision ever.
That is such an amazing, powerful story. And I'm so glad that we could be here to have you share that with us in person while we were here in Charlotte. And one of the things many things that you said, Carolyn, really resonated with me, and I'm sure they will to our reps as well. But one of the things is that being a professional organization doesn't mean boring. And I love the fact that you really focused on bringing fun and excitement and energy and just getting creative on how we stay engaged with our members, and communication, like you said, Nelda, is a key piece of that. So ladies, I have one final question. I want to take you back to LCAM 2019 when we were all gathered together in Milwaukee. Did you have any idea when you came to that conference that you were going to be presented and going home with the most prestigious award given within our organization? Tell me about that, Nelda.
It was overwhelming first. It was extremely overwhelming because I was so excited that we had a large portion of our membership to come to LCAM. And some of our newest members were able to come. I wanted them to have that experience. And we were sitting there also, one of our members, Linda Woodall, she received an Outstanding Representative Award. So I was really excited about that, And so we were sitting there and they began to talk about the Tilly Award, And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I wonder who that's going to be. Whoever it was, I was excited for them. So when they called our name, I was so overwhelmed, the tears just ran down my face. So overwhelmed and so appreciative of the fact that we were honored, because that was not on my mind. As Carolyn was saying, we just wanted to grow our chapter and keep it strong. But to be honored in that way was a blessing, really. And I'm very thankful that we had that honor.
I am just so proud of where you all have come as a chapter. And I just want you to know that from an organizational standpoint, that your chapter of Charlotte means so much to us. And we could not have picked a better city to be here virtually to talk about retention, to talk about the importance of retaining each and every member and the importance to the organization that we retain each and every chapter as well. So we want to thank you, ladies, and please pass along from the corporate office to your chapter members who could not be here with us today, but we want to let you know what all you have done, what a difference you have made, and I know that this is going to be such an inspiration to other chapters out there who may be going through some of those same things, but you've given us hope. You've shown us the way, and you're such deserving winners of the 2019 Tilly Award, and I'll be so excited to see who is going to be awarded this week. So thank you, ladies, for being a part of the Today Show, the EWI Retention Show, and let's bring back Cher, and we'll close out the day. Thank you all for joining us for the Retention Show. Bye-bye.